Hello, James. It's been quite a while. How have you been?
Hey, John. It's been a decade. I'm really glad to hear from you, bro.
Wow, that's a long time. I've been moving all over the country because of work and such. Before I knew it, 10 years had passed. It's hard to believe.
We were never good at keeping in touch. So, after all this time, why did you reach out to me?
Well, actually, I'll be returning for a long vacation soon. And I was wondering if we could meet up on there?
Yeah, let's do it. That would be fantastic. By the way, where are you living these days? I heard you don't reside around here anymore.
That's right, I forgot to tell you I moved. My apologies. Currently, I'm living in Alaska.
Alaska, I'm envious. All that fresh, delicious seafood.
It's fortunate that the food is good. But my wife didn't want to come, so I'm here alone. Living here without her and our child feels lonely.
That's unfortunate. Oh, wait. You have a child? You never mentioned it.
You're right, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you.
How many things have you forgotten to tell me?
My wife and child live in my hometown. With me living apart, it's not much fun.
That's too bad. But instead of sympathizing, I'm still shocked by all this new information.
My bad. I'm truly sorry. A lot has happened in 10 years.
That's true, it's been a decade.
Enough about me, how are things with you?
I'm still single.
Is that so? You'll find someone, I'm sure.
Stop the pity party. I have a girlfriend.
Sorry for assuming. You're still the same.
Even though it's been 10 years, I'm still essentially the same as before. So, when are you coming back?
Let's see. I should be back at the beginning of next month. Once I have the details, I'll inform you.
Okay, let me know. I still can't believe you have a child. I'm sure your wife and child will be happy to see you.
I hope so. I've been so busy lately. It's been a while since I've been back.
That's too bad. By the way, how old is your child?
He's 8, and it's a boy.
Your son is 8. He's not a little kid anymore. I can't believe I didn't know. And your wife and son live here, right? Yet, I've never come across them.
Kids grow up fast. We used to video call every night. But these days, we've all been so busy. I can't wait to see him.
If you haven't seen him recently, he may have forgotten about you?
Stop it! I hate to admit it, but I'm head over heels in love with him.
You? Mr. Cool and Aloof? Children must have some special power.
Every parent is in love with their child. Whenever I visit home, I buy him new toys, clothes, whatever he wants. Which makes my wife angry with me.
But isn't that married life?
That's married life.
I suppose so. Kids are cute.
What are you talking about?
Since we're talking about kids, I was just thinking. There's a park in my neighborhood.
In your neighborhood?
Yes. Almost every day, I see this boy at the park wearing the same clothes.
What do you mean? Is he a ghost?
No, not like that. I don't have any kids, so I'm not the best judge, but there's something about him. Because he wears the same clothes every day, he really stands out. As a parent, John, what do you think?
He's a boy, right? All his play clothes must look really similar. Remember how we used to go to the park every day? I used to get my clothes so dirty at the park. I'm sure all my clothes look pretty similar with all the dirt on them.
That's true.
I think you're overthinking it. If there was something wrong, he wouldn't be playing at the park.
That's true. We were the same when we were young. Sorry for being weird.
You've always been a softie. So I know you can't help but worry about others. I'm relieved you haven't changed. I'll let you know the dates once they're finalized. I want to eat some local, fresh, delicious seafood.
Will do. Talk to you soon. Hey, John, are you awake? I apologize for contacting you so late. If you're asleep, please wake up. It's an emergency.
An emergency? At this time?
There's something I need to ask you. Is your son's name Arnold?
My son's name? Yes, it's Arnold. What's going on?
Just as I suspected. Can you come here tomorrow?
What?
Take the earliest flight available. Your son. He's in trouble.
What? Arnold? I don't understand what you're saying. Are you texting in your sleep?
Remember when I mentioned that kid in the park?
The ghost boy. Who always wore the same clothes.
Yes, that boy. I went to the park just now. And that boy, he was there.
The park at this hour of the night? What were you thinking?
My girlfriend broke up with me. So I was wandering aimlessly. But that's another story. Anyway, when I saw the boy at the park at this hour, I felt something was strange, so I called out to him.
And
We started talking. And he told me how his mom's special friend was at his house. Whenever his mom's special friend comes over, he's not allowed to be in the house. They kick him out. He also told me his dad is working in Alaska and hasn't been home for some time.
what?
He's 8 years old, and he told me his name is Arnold. Arnold Smith, even his last name is the same as yours.
What?
Arnold Smith, 8 years old, whose dad is working in Alaska. It's your son, right?
No way. Vicky kicking Arnold out? Why would she do that?
I don't know all the details, but Arnold told me there is this guy. And whenever he comes over, he has to leave the house. I don't know what to say, but it doesn't look good.
I can't believe it. There's no way this is happening.
Arnold has a star-shaped birthmark on the back of his neck, right? That's correct?
Yes.
And here's a picture.
That's Arnold, my son. Was he really at the park at this hour?
I believe so. Don't worry, he's safe. He's at my house now. He was shivering, so I prepared a bath for him. I also made him something to eat. I think he finally allowed himself to relax because he's sound asleep now.
Thank you. James, I genuinely mean it, thank you.
Don't worry about it. I'm really glad it was me who found him.
Thank you for taking such good care of him. I'm really glad he's all right.
There is something. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but isn't he too thin?
Really? I can't tell from the picture.
I don't think he's being properly fed at home. When he saw the food, his eyes grew wide. And he ate much more than a child normally would.
What? He's not getting food at home? I'm truly sorry. I'll cover the expenses for the food.
I'm not worried about the expense. But, you know how I mentioned I often saw him at the park? I wished I had talked to him before this. I mean, it's really chilly tonight. The poor kid was shaking from the cold.
You don't know what this means to me. I'm really glad you're my friend, James. I genuinely mean it. I don't know how to thank you. Anyway, I've booked the first flight out. I'll be there in the morning.
You don't need to thank me. I'm glad you're coming. Come to my house when you arrive. I'll let Arnold sleep here tonight.
I can't thank you enough.
Don't worry about him. Have you managed to reach your wife?
About that, no. I've called and texted her several times, but
It's possible she's asleep. But I find it hard to believe.
I'll keep trying to contact her. I can't believe it either. To kick your own child out of the house on such a cold night. I can't forgive this. It's just heartbreaking.
Don't worry about Arnold. He's safe here. And if there's anything I can do, just let me know. But, you need to talk to your wife. Have a safe flight back tomorrow, or rather today?
James, I know I keep saying it. But I'm truly sorry for all of this. Thank you for taking care of Arnold.
Hey, I noticed you missed my calls and messages. Stop fooling around and reply to me.
Good morning. I was sound asleep and didn't notice any of your attempts to contact me. My apologies. What's up?
Sound asleep? How convenient. Vicky, what were you doing last night?
You sound angry. What about last night? We didn't do anything special. Why the sudden interrogation?
Is that so? And where is Arnold?
Where's Arnold? He's in his room, of course. Are you okay, John?
I want to talk to Arnold. It's been a while. Can you bring him here and call me?
I think that'll be difficult.
Oh, really? And why is that?
There's no school today. He left home early in the morning to go and play. Arnold loves the park in our neighborhood. He's always playing there.
So, he really went out to play?
Are you doubting me? Sorry, but you know mornings are busy. Can we talk later? I see.
Are you too busy enjoying yourself this morning? Without a single thought for Arnold?
What?
You deceived your husband and child. I mean, what could possibly keep you so busy this morning?
John, sweetheart. Where is all this coming from? I don't understand. You're scaring me.
You don't have to pretend anymore. Last night, one of my friends contacted me. He told me he rescued a boy who he thought was our son.
What is he talking about? It must be some other kid.
That's what I thought too. There's no way our son would be outside in the middle of the night. So, he sent me a picture of the boy. There's no mistake, it's our son, Arnold.
There's no way that could have happened. Now, I'm really confused.
So, you won't admit it. Well, I have news for you, the man in your life.
You know you're being ridiculous. I'm getting really annoyed.
I took the first flight out this morning. I'm here now.
John, you're here now? Is this for real?
I went to my friend's house to meet the boy he rescued. There's no mistake, the boy is our son, Arnold. Why is our son, who left home early this morning to play, the same boy who was rescued late last night?
I'm sorry, my mistake. Last night, Arnold suddenly said he wanted to go out and play.
And you let him play outside all night? Are you serious? Your excuse is really weak.
But it's the truth.
Then what about Mommy's special male friend who always comes over? You invite another man over and kick Arnold out of the house? What would you do if something happened to Arnold?
It's not what you think. He's my cousin, my cousin.
Then why does our son have to leave the house? Wait, neither of your parents had any siblings. So there's no way you would have any cousins.
I'm getting confused. But aren't acquaintances of your relatives called cousins?
I wouldn't know, but I've never called them that. And how long are you going to continue making excuses?
I'm not making any excuses. Stop saying that.
I see. So, if I came home now, I wouldn't find the two of you in bed, right?
What? Are you trying to psych me out? It's not going to work. I bet you're lying about flying back this morning.
Let's see. Oh, I just caught this man rushing out of our house. Since you only spew lies, I will find out the truth from him.
Wait a minute. You're wrong, wrong, wrong. That man has nothing to do with this.
As if I'm going to wait. You don't feed him, you throw him out of the house on a cold night. Poor Arnold. I will never forgive you heartless animals.
You're wrong.
Wrong? About what? When I threatened to sue him, he started showing me all these pictures, begging me to lower the amount of compensation. I have my proof.
Please listen to my side of the story. Please. It's all a misunderstanding. You were away, I was lonely. I only did this to get your attention.
What? The mother who neglects her own son is lonely? I can't believe Arnold's actual mother would do something like this.
It's a mistake. I'm begging you, please listen to my side of the story.
Shut up. I'm not going to listen to your excuses anymore. I won't listen to you, and I definitely won't trust you ever again. You rotten excuse for a human being, stop spreading your poison. In the early morning, John arrived and met his son, Arnold. Upon seeing his father, Arnold burst into tears and clung onto him tightly. John and I couldn't help but shed tears as well. So the three of us cried together for a while. John asked me to take care of Arnold while he went home to talk to Vicky. Outside their house, he confronted Vicky's lover, who, in an attempt to save himself, revealed the details of their affair. Armed with undeniable evidence, John confronted Vicky, but she repeatedly made excuses that he chose to ignore. Consequently, John proceeded with the divorce and was granted custody of Arnold, while Vicky was ordered to pay child support. Despite this, Vicky continues to contact John, but he remains steadfast in ignoring her, emphasizing the pain she caused Arnold. Due to school and other obligations, John arranged for Arnold to temporarily live with his grandparents. John later returned to Alaska and organized a transfer to be closer to home. As a gesture of gratitude, he kindly invited me to visit him in Alaska. I brought Arnold along, and our bond has grown immensely. He has gained weight and everyone can see how happy he has become. However, I do wish he would stop teasing me about my romantic relationships always ending abruptly.